do we got next? What do we got? Oh yeah, we got, there's like a couple new Civvie vids that have come out since last time we streamed. This one was from 3 weeks ago. It's pink and upset. Oh, great, that's great, that's great. Alright, we got Civvie vid. VISCERAFEST. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The universe is lava. Actually, I think I think I got sent a code for this game. So I might play it in the future. Because I got a free code for it. So I think this is, if I'm remembering right, I got a code. Like, I've gotten a couple of codes, but I'm already backlogged on it, fucking everything. It's fucking hard to keep up. But yeah, let's go. Civvie video.
Oh, that's gross.
The fucking...
But it's pink, so I don't think I'll get demonetized.
The fucking Civvie intro vid thing gets me every time. Ugh. Let's fucking go.
I know, it's been forever,
Actually,
right? You remember VisceraFest? I played a demo of it, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna do a video on this when it comes out. It's been a while since I've looked at one of these new games that comes out. You know, I can't keep up with them. There's a new Doom game coming out in like a week. I wish I could do more of them. There's plenty.
Yeah, I'm doing a playthrough on that.
VisceraFest.
I gotta finish it or continue it. But I started it.
From the top. Name's Caroline, 27 years old, arms enthusiast,
Fucking love Doom.
mercenary, and girlfriend to a wonderful man named Athens Fetter. Been hoping to propose for a while now.
Okay.
But
I did get sent a free code for this game. Okay, so I doubt I'll stream it because, like, again, it's gonna be a busy fucking month. But I'll probably do what I'm doing with the Doom games, where I'll just record it on any free time I have, where I can record but not stream. So add that to my pile, I guess.
unfortunately, work's been a bit slow, meaning rings aren't exactly in my price range.
It's certainly a unique setup for a boom shoot, if I can even call this a boom shoot. While it's inspired by classic FPS games, it tends to require a little more from the player than, say, a game where you play... Let me think about this. A boom shoot where you play as a super-powered gravedigger who has a special shovel and an arsenal of powerful weapons to kill demons. Yeah, no one would...
I'm just a simple guy from Storm. That's what you get for hiding behind a surfboard.
This one's good too, what the fuck?
Thankfully, some warlock twat named Chromune has acquired a rather hefty bounty on his head. So the plan's simple. Break in, kill the target, collect my pay, and get home in 3 days. Just in time for date night.
That's right, board space station, kill the target,
All right.
go home and propose to this one-eyed space creature with limbs?
Okay. We try not to kink shame.
Episode 1 because I feel like I covered it already, but then I took one look at it and I was like, no, this doesn't look like the demo at all. All these levels have gotten overhauled. It's probably fine that I started on the brutal skill, even if the prompt at the start says prepare yourself. I remember thinking episode 1 on
when
this
it literally
skill before,
warns
and it
you at
didn't
the
really
beginning.
start getting to me until the last chapter of the first episode. But things are different now. Like as soon as you start, there are helpful tutorial messages. This is the most important one.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure the Doom style, the Doom inspired games, like as a genre, is never gonna go away. Cause it's just, Doom is just that bitch, you know, that everybody wants to be. So it's Doom, you know. It's gonna be on your mind no matter what type of first person shooter you got going on. You're gonna get compared. Doom is one of the games you're gonna get compared to.
in the game right at the start. Hold space in a direction to bunny hop, which halves damage. The game is built around this, and you don't even need to time anything because holding down the jump key makes you bunny hop. Bunny hopping is this game's version of sprinting. Melee things for health. Normally, a dead thing gives you back 5 HP. You'll soon find out that 5 HP is nothing. You can lose 5 HP in this game by looking at a wall funny. Melee can be charged up to deliver an uppercut.
Sounds like me in
this
every
doesn't mean
game.
You're locked onto a single target. Dashing lets you move around a little quicker and gives you iframes, which is intentional and necessary. Not right now, but according to my professional calculations, you need to start abusing iframes by the halfway point of episode 1. Or else.
Wow. Hand
Oh,
slipped.
okay, see, these guys here, they didn't used to have shields, and now they do, so you have to melee them. Uppercutting works best.
Oh no.
I've made a horrible mistake. Always be charging your
I know he's
uppercut.
playing on brutal mode, but I just know when I eventually play this. I just know. I'll pick like the easiest baby fucking mode they have possible, and I just know my ass will be getting kicked at it. No surprise, honestly. Yeah, the scream.
The pistol is deceiving because it used to fire only
The
2
way that-
cells. Now
the
it
way they
uses
fucking
10 and
move
is your
is
only
sending
reliable
me.
sniper weapon at this point in the game, so that's rough, since every pickup you get only gives you 2 shots. This whole episode is going to be a lot rougher than it needed to be because I played it before the patch that nerfed the difficulty, so it's only going to be unflinchingly difficult during episode 1. And parts of episode 2 and about half of episode 3. You know, it's been ages since I played something as punishing as VISCERAFEST, and man, I am not good at this game. I haven't played it in a while, and I fell victim to YouTuber hubris, thinking I could play above the medium skill, which is hard, you know, for the content. Oh yeah, get in the comments, kids. Give me all your Civvie sucks at video games. Look, I'm not saying that VISCERAFEST is unreasonably cruel. The save system doesn't help. You get limited saves from save beacons that can be deployed anywhere. Imagine going through the trouble of implementing quick saves and then also strongly limiting the number you get. By the time you hit level 3, you'll have the shredders, which use the same cells as the pistol, just one at a time, like God intended. You'll also have the bunker buster, which is an explosive shotgun. Yeah, we're not even pretending to have normal weapons anymore, and this game's dedication to destroying my muscle memory from other shooters is unwavering, because using the shotgun at point blank makes it more powerful and will hurt you. Power-ups? Sure, we got power-ups. I didn't know what Blood Fury did because it's one of the only pickups that doesn't have a tutorial pop-up, so... Blood Fury actually powers up your melee attack and is very
What'd it call me?
satisfying
No.
to use. This next level feels about the same as it used to, even if it has been overhauled completely. There's still a secret with the Deus Mortis, your super-duper shotgun. You can boomerang the pellets back by
Super-duper
pressing mouse
shotgun?
1, or you can constantly fuck it
Can't
up
leave
like
home
I did
without
because
it.
I'm used to having secondary fire, so I end up punching the air instead of recalling them. Yeah, this level's exactly the same. What? What? Really? Okay, we have an enemy that taunts you and puts out holographic decoys that explode.
No.
Episode 1. Since
No, see, it's not a hologram. They're skinny bitches. They're that skinny bitch, alright? And that when, it's nothing but air when you try to hit them. And then they explode.
it's the difficulty patch, this is probably what the game looks like on extreme difficulty now. Okay, let me jump down this
she
bottomless
choking
pit.
on that
There's no
scream.
fall damage, but Carolyn still screams. And that takes us to... No matter how many times it tells me to look at the help section, it's not going to tell me that this enemy has a parasitic slime that detaches once he's dead to bounce around and attack you. You have to wait until you're in the hub so you can go to the old bestiary to read about it. I'm sorry, they're called Radicthules, and there are 4 pages of lore about them.
Yeah,
They
you just
nearly
know
started
there's
civil
a few
war.
of those types
Yes,
of people
every
that are going to
enemy in
enjoy
this
those
game has a
sounds,
backstory you can
and that's
read.
the only
Also,
reason they
every
get the game.
person, place, and thing, because you don't really have time to explain anything when you're busy getting...
That fucking moan scream.
And so you get the pung cannon. It can cause serious injury on a direct hit, but it'll explode if you shoot it at a surface, which is the far more useful function. As the levels go on, you'll notice that every single stage starts to have damaging liquid on the floors. This can be lava, slime, pink goo, purple goo, so you'd better learn to have a little more control over your movement than I do currently. Another power-up, Eldritch Walker, which makes you invisible until you give yourself away, and then you're very, very visible, totally visible, 100% perceptible. If you couldn't tell by the comically diverse selection of death descriptions, this game is supposed to hurt. And when you think you're safe, you're not.
Damn. It's gonna kick my ass. I'm gonna be on easy baby mode, and it's still gonna
Capstoned.
It's
Capstoned!
What can I say, you blues?
The game is nice enough to autosave before boss encounters, which you'll get twice an episode. One in the middle and one at the end. This one isn't too bad. Now, he actually announces his attacks, a courtesy that no other boss is gonna give you.
Black shot. Incendiary. Shot.
But I guess you send a bounty hunter after a bounty hunter?
Black shot.
it's the way it
Cool.
echoes.
Would you believe that the next
It's so
one I
fucking
get
funny.
is
Modern arts and fear books.
dying a few times to a boss before you learn his patterns and how to navigate an area that is, conservatively, 1/3 toxic slime? That's just the game, as is running out of ammo. The only way to survive? ABH. Always be hopping.
Incendiary.
It's just a hoppity and a skip. A hoppity and a skip.
Shake it, baby.
Next up, Slipgate Central.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're getting into that
Take
quick
me to
stuff.
dinner
See,
first. What the
slipgates are-
fuck?
Fuck, with the bouncing slimes and the floor slime? And I didn't even know there was an assassin in this room. The AI isn't anything special. It pathfinds pretty well, and depending on the skill, their aiming can vary from pretty good to blood hit scanner. VISCERAFEST is still the kind of game that'll dump a new monster on you with no warning and...
Slipgate tech. Huh. Well, I thought the Federation outlawed this stuff centuries ago.
Yeah, they should have, because I don't even have to walk through it. It just does dimensional tearing. Before you know it, you're in some menacing void, sacrificing bloody fetuses and having visions of...
Just a casual weekday.
I thought this was supposed to be romantic, and creatures that rush you if you're not looking at them. And not only is the floor slime, but the ceiling.
My apologies, miss. I didn't mean to startle you. It just seems to me that you're out of place. On the wrong track, if you will. Here, let me give you a helping hand.
Great, do you have any money? Because if I could just buy that engagement ring, then... Oh no, you're just sending me back to the space station. This next fight hasn't
Not
changed
the-
much since the
so
initial early access release, and I remember it because it burned me then, and it's burning me now.
Oh, that's a horrible place to run out of ammo. I saw that.
Wait, no, the last time I played this, the game hadn't added assassins. You've got the assassins, or maybe just one of them. It's hard to tell since they have hollow doubles and go completely invisible, plus this red bastard called a stalker, plus the enemies on the lower level, and
damn.
oh yeah, the enemies that are constantly spamming grenades into the arena. Listen, I'm not complaining, I'm just telling you how it is. I don't want people going into the comments saying, Civvie, you didn't tell me this game was hard. I know I'm a YouTuber and I'm supposed to pretend like I'm some kind of electronic Navy SEAL badass so that 14-year-olds take me seriously. But but this shit is punishing. The whole thing about the difficulty in this game, and this is straight from the lead dev. Yes, as a YouTuber, I get to talk to the devs, and before you think I'm getting too friendly
Aren't we
with
just
them, this is an
fancy
actual
pants?
message I sent while playing through episode 3. The skill levels determine enemy placement, enemy speed, enemy projectile speed, aggression, and damage. That projectile speed is
to be fair, that's that comment's sending me, because is that not... I feel like that would actually motivate a lot of people, like, without joking, for them to, like, I'm gonna eat healthy, work out, I'm gonna get in shape, so I can live fucking longer, so I can piss on your grave. I want to outlive you, so I can piss on your grave. Like, I feel like if you use that in advertisements for, like, gyms or something, memberships would go up. Like, I feel like it'd actually work.
really important. Always be hopping. Enemies have patterns that are deliberately designed to trip you up in a fight, and the fact that most enemies can kill you really quickly makes target prioritization a little harder than you'd think. Sure, this big robot seems threatening because he does a lot of damage, but you can dash away from his attacks pretty easily, and it's easy to time your own attacks for when he's vulnerable. They're not what you have to worry about in this particular trap. It's the dozen giant space chickens.
Oh god.
Hallelujah!
You get the plague rifle in this section, which is yet another cool weapon that you have to use selectively. It produces a cloud of slime that stun locks enemies and will usually kill anything medium tier or below. I think I might need to replace my spacebar from constant use, and this Elder Banshee has 3 fucking phases. Now, I had trouble with this boss the first time I played this in EA, and I'm not sure if it's more difficult now.
Are you satisfied yet? Was it worth it? Over a year's work down the drain because of your blundering and sadism.
Hey, I'm sorry your weird slipgate
See, the impression I got from the beginning of this was she's trying to, like, buy a ring or something. Like, this is, like, about a relationship or dating or something. Is this the modern dating scene right now? Is this what it looks like in game form?
experiments are getting interrupted. I'm doing this for money, which isn't sadism, and also for love. I know that number's a lot higher than the last time I showed it. Blame this fucking room. You fucking kidding? I was hoping to get out of episode 1 with sub 100 deaths. This did not happen. See, the boss has predictable attacks. Spinning force fields? Sure. You can bunny hop to avoid it or dash through them to avoid taking damage, though that kind of fucks up my rhythm. But also, like an increasing number of arenas, this one is surrounded by lava. Ammo you need is on platforms in the lava. The lava covers most of the arena in the 3rd phase. The Elder Banshee also has fast projectiles, which will hit you if you're too close. A scatter shot attack, one that nukes most of the arena, and turrets that raise out of the lava and will most definitely hit you if you're not at top speed. So most of this fight is spent running, listening to sound cues, resupplying mid-fight while you're being shot at, and praying when the nuke attack starts that you're somewhere close to a safe zone. Brutal, certainly. But I have a hard time calling it unfair no matter how many times I died. Yeah, but I was also able to write down every single attack in the script from memory.
I always love it when when he gets told on, like, with the little text and shit. Like, I love that. They're not letting it slide. The tattletale Civvie all the time.
And because I run out of ammo completely, and I'm not punching the goddamn thing over lava. That's not smart. But I make it out. 5 health left. The fight only takes about 4 minutes, but they are the longest 4 minutes of the game. Boss is dead. Time to get off this station. And no, why are there more enemies?
Oh, do you have to kill them to progress as well? Oh, that'd be stressful as fuck.
Found
kill me. I'm too angry. The station explodes and we get another cutscene that kind of fills us in on the backstory. Vaguely.
If the ritual is not performed by tomorrow night, you will be powerless to stop what is to come. You do want to set things right.
Oh,
Do you?
don't like that smile. No,
This
thank
guy
you.
here is a very important character that we'll see later on. Until then,
That's the kind of smile.
so a funny
I
thing
feel like-
happened, right? I decided
I
to turn
feel
the
like,
difficulty down to medium.
Like the, like you know how like some women and girls and I'm guessing some dudes get told to like smile by like complete strangers. Like, oh, you'd be so pretty if you smiled. You should smile more. Smile. Like just random fucking nobodies telling you to smile. I feel like that's the smile you should give them. The deranged serial killer demonic smile. Like you want to leave them guessing whether or not you're possessed by a demon. Okay? That's the kind of smile you need to give them.
For the second episode, and later found out that this was after the patch that nerfed
Railed?
the difficulty. I don't do
Oh.
this because of the last boss. I do it because
What?
the episode starts by giving me nothing but the Deus Mortis, and then throws some ugly shit at me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not too proud to play on medium. Big mistake. The rebalance made it play more like a build game where not every projectile travels at the speed of light. Still, more often than not, projectiles home in.
Bonked.
These things are called arachno.
I'm still not
slugs.
over the fucking
No,
moan
seriously.
scream
And they
echoing.
might be my most hated enemy in this game. It doesn't teleport or turn invisible or do anything weird like that. They're just so fucking tanky. They're not even the tankiest enemy in the game. No, you meet him soon enough. We'll fucking get to him. And if you run out of the Deus Mortis ammo because you kept muscle memorying the wrong button when you want to recall the projectile for double damage, well, you can always punch.
I've actually
This is easy money.
You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, right? Even later on,
I've
with
actually
better
done that
weapons, it
in,
feels like
Doom.
It takes forever. He said before having the easiest time in the video because of the lower difficulty and the fact that I'm actually getting better at this game. I know.
where I where I have it set up to where like I'll either accidentally press the button or it does that automatically if I run out of ammo on the gun I would be currently using in the Doom, whichever Doom game it was. I did it in all of them. Even the newest one I haven't even finished yet. Where it's like I'll accidentally switch to a gun that I don't want to waste the ammo, but it's like automatic. So I end up wasting ammo, and it sends me every time. I'm like, no, I'll use the fucking BFG ammo on like the easiest enemies or something instead of like a boss battle or like where it's like or I'm being overrun, and I'm like, no, god damn it.
Oh, crazy, right? Another thing helping me is the environment. Currently, it isn't full of toxic sludge or lava. It's more open, it has better cover, a new power-up. And also fish people. And fish dogs.
I don't know why, but the fist, the arm,
I know
it
it's
looks
not
so
nice to
weird.
kill the fish dogs, but they give me armor, and it's not like the game cares. This is a story about graphic violence and bipedal love, not... Those weren't there before. Oh well. Now, I've been assured by the developer that killing these dogs has no adverse effect on gameplay. It doesn't do a thing like in other games where it punishes you for killing the cute things. But I find it really suspicious that the shotgunners and flamethrower enemies show up right after.
Suspicious. A little suspicious.
They're soften and punch kind of enemies.
God, the fucking moan scream.
Yeah, see that? I haven't even had 10 deaths in this episode yet, and I'm on level 2. Level 3 gives me the barbecue belter, so I'm on better footing because it works great on most enemies, especially armored ones. The only drawback is that it eats through your limited ammo supply quick, but that's true of every weapon in this game. Just as I'm thinking the game is getting too easy, I meet the Shambler, the mid-episode boss. If you thought Quake Shamblers were bad, this one makes me want to cry. The only nice thing I have to say about the Shambler is that the lore entry suggests that some Shamblers have fur. Other than that, this boss is more endurance test than anything
furries
else.
confirmed.
He's got a couple attacks, one that has a long wind-up and one that doesn't. The attack that has a short wind-up also has a lingering area of effect. See, you need to be completely out of his line of sight if you don't want to get damaged, you know, like a classic Quake Shambler. So you have to hide behind pillars that are rising and lowering around the arena. And toxic slime in the center, of course, we can't forget that. It'd be really funny if the AoE attack made it so that the pillar you have to hide behind also hurt you. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be a fun thing? The Shambler has roughly as many hit points as every other enemy in this game up to this point combined, and I'm told it's being nerfed in a patch, which is good, because I think it's a little bit too much. See, it's balanced around using the good old Deus Mortis, which I use properly now instead of accidentally hitting the right mouse button thinking I'm gonna recall the pellets. And it does take a good chunk of his health away, but I don't get enough ammo for the Deus Mortis to kill him outright, or enough ammo for any weapon to kill him outright, but the cells in the arena respawn, so I use up pretty much all my ammo to get him down to here, but then I run out and I have to go collect it again while barely dodging his attacks because I have to time it around when the center pillar raises so I won't die. Only by the grace of dash iframes do I survive this.
Oh my, yeah.
Looks like you'll be staying the night.
What does that even mean?
Down to 20 health as well.
Gotta find the exit.
We take another trip to the dimension of unkillable screaming things. Caroline talks to a representative of Yog-Sothoth, who confirms that eldritch shit killed her mother and that dark rituals helped to conceive Caroline. And you can read all about this in the Loreberry because I'm not sure you'll know entirely what's going on without it. Sure, characters talk and tell you things, but I'm too busy blasting shit.
I need one hell of a honeymoon to come down from this.
Forget all that horrific shit. We've got a fun and exciting train level. And I'm hopping along here because I know there's something at the front of this train. I haven't been able to get to the top of the back car yet, so...
Uh-oh. The bunny. Back in the box.
Put the bunny back in the box.
Oh
Con Air on a train?
my fucking god. What
Props
a-
to Jana Polson, Carolyn's voice actress. She's doing great. She's dedicated. She even pulled out a little Nick Cage twang for that. Can't forget the next weapon
What
you get,
the
Warhound.
fuck? What?
It uses the same ammo as the Pung Cannon, just 3 times as much, and it works essentially like a firebomb from Rise of the Triad. This is not a complaint. I fucking love this gun. Won me over when it one-hit an Arachno Spud, and yes, they found a way to fill a train car with toxic shit. All the floors are lava, but do we crash the train?
End of the line.
Of course, let's fucking go. That was nice though, an 8 out of 10
What
for
a dumb
vehicle
question.
levels.
Of course, duh.
Oh god, it's an even bigger mech. Yes, good flamethrower. Another reason I'm glad I turned the difficulty down, armored giant chickens. Also, fucking rudely, the Shambler is back.
Chickens, you say? Chickens, you say? Where's the chicken police?
Followed by the end of the episode, which begins with an ambush so nasty that the game goes into bullet time to spare you its bullshit. Remember Dr. Absalon? He's back and he's got
balls of steel.
for love, damn it.
Okay,
Do you know how
Again.
much I've gone through? I've died 141 times.
trying not to kink shame.
You'd think he'd be more trouble than the Shambler, but nah, even with the supplementary items spawning around toxic sludge, because you can't have an arena without it, my second attempt got him down to about 50% of his third phase. It's just that I wasn't ready for him to start blindly firing homing projectiles, which, I mean, would you be? There are explosive barrels that help with the shield, but I couldn't really rely on those. His first 2 phases are cat and mouse because he's armored and you can't just hit him with the flamethrower. When he's red, most of your attacks bounce off. When he's white, you can hurt him. I died like 6 times, 5 of them during his third phase because bullet hell. Still, a better showing than any of the other bosses so far.
The fucking... It's always out of ammo, and then the moan scream.
I want to know what's going on here.
Me too.
My friend's people were dying. Famine had struck the Litholex, and the USC was unable to lend our companions aid as we had our...
Sad backstory is sad.
Out of desperation, in an effort to save his people, Commune sought communion with an outer deity.
Oh, thank God. I thought this was my fault, but it was just dumb, desperate people doing dumb, desperate things. I don't know, if I was dealing with a famine, I wouldn't try calling up an Eldritch Horror, because they really don't care. Look.
Oh, God. Civvie.
Hey, can you get me out of here?
God damn it, Civvie.
Fine. God. Oh yeah, that's blood.
In a few hours, it'll all be over.
Civvie, you so messy.
Everything that is about to transpire is all your
Thank you. I mean, okay, it is your fault for speeding up the process, but it sounds like this was going to happen eventually even without Caroline's involvement. So, can we stop this with the power of love? I'm going to use this time to put the spoiler tag here, give you some generalized thoughts.
Spoiler
wording.
wordings.
This game challenges me, frustrates me, directly attacks my sense of decency, which is a thing I do have, and yet I can't stop playing it. I actually feel as if I can get better at the game, you know, unless
Love
it's
how
one
he
of
had
the
to
really
clarify
high
that.
skills that require superhuman reaction time, which I don't have anymore. It goes a little too far sometimes, but also the levels in the gameplay are good enough for me to not rage quit. Really, the bloom pissed me off more.
Not the bloom.
So you may have seen clips of me running around and collecting these things, Scullies, which are a currency that you can use to buy modifiers in the main hub. The first ones I buy are Viscera Hot and Instagib, along with Dope Mode and I Hate Mimes. I Hate Mimes is pretty simple.
I hate mimes.
Instagib is exactly what you'd think if you're familiar with those old Quake 2 and Quake 3 death matches. You even get a Quake 3 railgun knockoff and it's fantastic. You love to see it. Next up is Viscera Hot, for those who do remember Super Hot when that was a thing. Do people still play Super Hot? Anyway, you go into slow motion when you reach maximum bunny hopping speed, and I could play the whole game like this, honestly.
Maximum bunny hop activated.
And last but not least, Dope Mode.
Dope mode? Oh my... What is...
Have you ever wanted to swim hungry? Well, now you can, and I swear that fish never sounded so gross in Commander Keen.
What the fuck?
Alright, episode 2 went down too easy, so I'm turning up the difficulty again. Unfortunately, you can't switch it on the fly, and you have to restart the level. So far, it's not going too bad. Flamethrower good.
Don't kill me.
One enemy's not a problem, no matter how tanky, because I can dodge and hit them with uppercuts until the red HUD indicator comes up. I feel like the game is holding back, which is possible. The first level of the episode might be a nice breather between the sicker, more sadistic stuff I'm sure is coming. Oh, fuck shit, god damn it.
You gotta hop. You gotta hop to it.
What is this, Daikatana? Stop putting enemies at the top of ladders. We're still stuck in whatever dimension this is, but at least we get a new weapon out of it. Behold, Carcosa's Wrath. An instrument of death fit for a yellow king. A weapon that can kill things and give you some extra health. The fact that the game is allowing me to have this makes me real nervous. Now, line them up, knock them down. I'm definitely feeling more confident. Leading the AI into a choke point and then drowning them with explosions when I have the ammo for it is helping a lot. Nope. And this is the turning point of the episode where my confidence shatters. You've heard of nuisance enemies. Get ready for eldritch nuisance enemies. The kind of small monster that's so rude as to not fold from a single
just
uppercut.
works.
And they blur your vision. Not to be outdone. Oh, now we got special enemies. They're like the soldiers from before, except you have to completely annihilate their corpses or else they'll get up and start shooting again. It also takes 5 punches to jib their corpses. They might get up as you're trying to do it. Stopping to try and jib them is impossible sometimes. Flamethrower and shotgun seem to work best. So really, every enemy introduced in episode 3 exists to be more disruptive to the combat than anything we've seen before. Eldritch stumps that fire 2 streams of fast projectiles at you.
What a sentence. Eldritch stumps.
The aforementioned zombie soldiers. The level design is a bit better
Well,
at handling
a little
this
stumpy
now
of
because
Eldritch.
there are nice, open, fun areas to traverse that give you plenty of movement options. I'm trying to save the super-duper health pinata cannon until I really need it, which will soon be always because things are about to get ugly. We got zombie giant chickens now. Yeah, after I dealt with this room, I felt like I'd earned a save, still keeping one more in my inventory in case of emergency. There's a fight I just walk out on because the game lets me. I might have stuck around if it weren't for the shambler, but I can move so fast and take so little damage while hopping and dashing that it's way easier to just enter this teleporter. The shambler can live a while longer, I don't care. This is one of the few areas you can leave while being bombarded. I'd rather save the ammo. The crypts are not better. I think the theme of this episode is sometimes you can't kill things, which is a bold statement for an FPS game. Former Night Gaunts are classified as an enemy, but since you can't actually kill them, they're more of an environmental hazard. They don't have a ton of health, but you can flame right through their armor and turn them into
I feel like that.
balls of light.
I feel like that'd be like such an insult. You're not an enemy. You're an environmental hazard. Now get the fuck out of the way.
Later, they come back. Oh, also they teleport right on top of you with an area of effect attack that hurts and slows you down. Always be hopping. All right, mid-episode boss
You gotta
time.
hop it.
Gotta wait
Hop
for the
it
game
too.
to cook it though.
Hop it.
I don't think it was cooked long enough.
Fucking roll.
Fucking roll.
Oh yeah, he's a big old red blob of meat. His arena doesn't need toxic goo because he spits it at you in giant pools. This fucker's spewing bodily fluids like the end of the substance. No, I can't include a clip. He's quick on the trigger for that attack, and I barely survived the encounter on my, let's say, 5th try.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, really, what now? Boss is dead. Let me end the level.
Well.
Is that beehives? Is he shooting fucking beehives out of his mouth? No, they didn't. They couldn't. Okay, this one is my fault.
Civvie, what'd you do?
So,
What the
thousands of
fuck
years
did you-
ago, and by
Thousands.
that I mean June of 2021, I was just shitposting. I was doing Simpsons memes like the old fucker that I am.
Or what? You release the dogs or the bees? Or the dogs with bees in their mouth and when they bark they shoot bees at you?
If only it were so tame. No, they're tanky, ugly, disgusting things that shoot entire-ass homing beehives at you. Oh god, I feel sick. This is easily the worst thing I've ever done.
Oh no. Not the demonic elevator music.
Not sure how I feel about this one.
I am. This is the hardest fucking part of this game by a wide margin. You know what? I lied. My most hated enemy in this game is these goddamn teleporting invisible turret things. Get ready for the worst elevator ride of your life. Every nasty episode 3 enemy is here, some weak and squishy, some totally invincible. Don't judge me.
Don't look at me.
The invisible ones, you remember them. There's 8 of them in this arena. 4 of them have other squishy enemies inside of their AoE attacks, so you can't easily punch them. You know, until you're trying to jib one of those zombie Thunderbirds and it teleports right on top of you because you dared to stand still for more than a second. This is an elevator and they still managed to put damaging liquid on it. This fight is so rough, it's the only one in the game that I saved in the middle of. See, there's a ledge down here with goodies, and it seems like a nice safe place until it's not.
No! Oh, that would piss me the fuck off.
Went out the window a long time ago. I end up doing 2 mid-battle saves once the 2 shamblers spawn. Look, this is basically the penultimate level. I know it's going to be difficult, and the game doesn't hold back. This is probably more difficult than the next level. It's thankfully over when the second shambler is dead. This is, fittingly, when Caroline starts to lose it.
It's the final meltdown.
After having a horrible nightmare hallucination...
It's not real. This isn't real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
I don't know where I am, but all my weapons are gone and I've got 10 HP. The water doesn't kill me, which is nice, so I can get to Carcosa's Wrath again and head into this unholy site to do puzzles. It isn't that hard. My worst problem comes when I'm trying to move some platforms to ascend and some absolute psychopath put grenade-spamming zombie soldiers up there that get back up long before I've solved this little puzzle, eventually getting me to use up my super weapon ammo just to get rid of them and platform in peace.
Oh,
While
I'd
not
hate
as
that.
cool as the previous level, it still throws a bunch of teleporting invisible turrets in the room with you, and you are really resource-starved.
I'm annoyed and
The
I'm
other
not even the
puzzle
one
room
that
has
played
these
that.
invincible bastards in it, but I can kind of lead them away so they won't wake up and attack me while I'm pushing blocks around, all under the watchful eyes of something. Turns out
something be
fighting only
watching.
one shambler inside of a tight space with cover in the middle, not so bad. Then it gets interesting. This, I think, is it.
I spilled water on myself. Ugh. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. I love how the eyes kind of look like they're ready for a nap. Which,
And just
you know,
when I think
same,
I'm about
but...
to fight it and have to restart yet again, I find a very helpful secret. A ring of reflection.
You got this, Civvie. You can do it.
Our old friend, Cromune is here trying to do some ritual that isn't gonna work.
You're here to kill me, aren't you?
Something like that, yeah.
Mortis is dead, isn't he? Good. I wouldn't wish what's coming on my worst enemy. I'm sorry.
my god, this boss is so big they had to make it 3D. And he vomits out toxic sludge to cover the arena.
Oh my
because of
god.
course he does. This one is harder because of the supporting monsters and the traps. Like, yes, I can get in between these bookcases, dodge the spinning spike traps, get stuck in them, and then dodge the traps until it opens again. You know, for a quick breather, but you can't travel in the middle because there's instant death crushers, which seems a little malicious. I save the health cannon for the fodder enemies to quickly recharge, and it doesn't actually go too badly. With the weapons at my disposal and plentiful ammo, and only 2 health bars, this isn't that difficult. Although I do get killed by falling rubble once, I wasn't expecting that. Still, finish it by the skin of my teeth.
That'd be a big boy.
I thought this was the end until I saw the cutscene and Caroline is... She's got a hoof coming out of her, and then they drag her down into Quake.
What the fuck? This is wrong. This is wrong.
No, really. Caroline's sanity continues to wane.
Oh yeah, she fucking losing it. She
Totally
going through it.
understandable. Why are you even doing this? For an engagement ring? Does Athens do something really special? You know, with his hands? At least I can empathize with how the main character is feeling, because I am starting to lose my mind. All these games are starting to run together, so I telefrag Shub-Nagurath. Wait a minute, no, that's...
Wait, what?
I know that these are one-sided sprites and they are technically incapable of not staring at me, but I'd really like them to stop staring at me. This is getting creepy. Oh. Alright, Giant Eye, what are we doing here? Shub-Nagurath's marionette. Okay, so I should have known the last boss wasn't the final one, because it only had 2 health bars. This one has 1, and it's in a room that's probably a lot bigger than it needs to be with a lot of ammo. So it's far easier. There's just so much room, it isn't a problem.
Oh, my eyes!
And then it's back. Glass cannon status aside, this is also significantly easier than I expected. I've started using the weapon wheel to give me some time to breathe, and going through this teleporter gives you health because you telefrag Shub-Nagurath again. Killing this the second time spawns 2 more marionettes, one like the original and one like the second, which is slightly harder. I think they might have rushed this part out because it's less difficult, less cruel, and open enough to be far away from any of their projectiles. So observe my last death of the game.
What? Wait. Oh,
no, I'm not quitting. Not when I'm this close.
Yeah, it's always a little weird when you get to the end of a game and the last boss battle is not the hardest part of the game. It's always weird when some other part of the game was a lot more difficult. Especially if it was like earlier on, near the beginning, instead of near the end. Like, that's just, it makes no sense. Because it's like, you're at the end. You're supposed to have like the most difficult part at the final boss. But it's like, sometimes they just don't get it. They just don't get it. I love how it really is just...
I'm expecting them to toss me into another boss fight, but
non-stop
no.
hip-hopping over here. Hippity-hop.
Is someone doing a fucking golf clap? I've slain like 2 elder gods and you're golf clapping?
Well done. Well
Insulting.
done indeed. I suppose an explanation is due.
Oh, you are not G-manning me right now, you fucker. Go back to whatever new school Star Trek show you came from, you leather-clad fuck.
I'm known by many
Civvie is not here for
but
it.
those who speak the mortal tongue know me as Nyarlathotep.
Oh, it's this motherfucker again.
Most of what you just experienced was an opportunity I concocted for you, and powerful though you've proven to be, more blood needs to be spilled before we can finish this. I've tied up the loose ends for you here, and Mama's not going anywhere without that baby. But in the meantime, I will be watching you, safeguarding you as I always have, and when you are ready, I will return to you.
What?
Farewell.
I thought she was doing this for like a fucking ring.
Sultan.
Okay, nice sequel hook, even though I'm not entirely sure this game is 100% finished. Don't get me wrong, it's close. On a scale from Big Rigs to Half-Life 2, this falls a
Big
lot
Rigs.
closer to Half-Life 2. Mechanics and gameplay work great, just need a little
Not the
fine-tuning.
fucking William
Caroline takes
Shatner
her
game.
bounty, who I thought was crushed under a giant monster and covered in toxic goo, but if I didn't question anything Nyarlathotep said, I'm not gonna start questioning shit like that. She buys the ring and proposes to Athens, and the goddamn credits roll before he gives an answer. I'm here for the love story, VISCERAFEST, and I will bug the dev about this. Yeah, suck it, elder gods. Y'all don't stand a chance.
That's the power of love.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Well, at least he said yes. God. What? Oh. Oh, fuck. That exhausted me and I didn't play it. Although to be fair, he did pick like a... What was it? Brutal difficulty? Like one above hard, I guess. I don't know. So... That probably didn't help the sanity level for Civvie. It is wild though that Doom-inspired games, or boomer shooters, or this style of game, still to this day is alive and thriving. Like, some people get like fucking creative as shit. Cause like, you gotta admit, even if it's not your type of game, like, if it's not your type of style, you still gotta admit, like, some of these are definitely either good looking or good games in general, or interesting. Cause that was a fucking wild trip on this one. All that for a fucking ring. Like, what the fuck? I'm just glad Civvie was able to confirm they actually said yes. Could you imagine going through all that bullshit for a fucking ring and not getting a yes?